Greetings. Did you get the latest coordinates from headquarters for our next destination?
Yes, I did. I have projected them up on the screen, sir.
Hey, wait a minute, those aren't the correct coordinates. That's a recipe on how to make donuts.
Donuts? Really? Sorry, sir.
Well, this isn't the first time they screwed up on something like this. The other day, in fact, we requested that they send us the empirical evidence for Darwinian evolution.
Well, what happened?
Instead, they sent us the instructions on how to make cotton candy and milk duds.
Oh, well, that isn't a problem at all. In fact, I have the right instructions here with me. You see, evolution is a law just like the law of gravity. You can observe it just like dropping a ball down to the ground. It's that simple.
Oh, really? Well, I disagree. I don't think you can compare Darwinian evolution to gravity. When you look at the scientific methods of Copernicus, Galileo, and Newton, they made observations plus predictions that anyone could observe. Darwinian evolution is not like that. Evolution is a different kind of science. It's a historical science or belief that claims what happened in the past. It's not like gravity at all. There is a categorical difference between evolutionary science and gravity. Gravity can make simple predictions like the gravitational force between the Earth and the Moon. It's something that can be measured. But you can't do that with Darwinian evolution. You can't take Darwinian evolution and formulate it to an equation, like F equals ma, the force of gravity. You see, Darwinism is not a law, you can't measure it. It's just speculation.
Well, that just may be your opinion. Besides, evolution is based on scientific facts.
That is not necessarily true. A lot of the problem comes from our understanding between micro and macroevolutionary processes. You see, microevolution deals with changes in the gene pool of a single population. This is something that can be observed through scientific studies. Macroevolution, on the other hand, can't. It simply considers broad patterns of evolutionary change over long periods of time, and includes the origin of new groups. Many unfortunately try to equate microevolution with macroevolution, trying to say that one distinct species can change into another distinct species over time, but you really can't witness that unless you had a time machine. In fact, even evolutionist Theodosius Dobzhansky once stated, and I quote, "Experience seems to show, however, that there is no way toward an understanding of the mechanisms of macroevolutionary changes, which require time on a geological scale, other than through a full comprehension of the microevolutionary processes observable within the span of a human lifetime and often controlled by man's will." For this reason we are compelled at the present level of knowledge reluctantly to put a sign of equality between the mechanisms of micro and macroevolution, and proceeding on this assumption, to push our investigations as far ahead as this working hypothesis will permit. These statements by Dobzhansky, although stated a while ago, has not been falsified by science as of yet. In fact, the insufficiency of microevolutionary processes to explain macroevolutionary differences has become a major theme in current evolutionary biology.
I see. But what about the natural facts we can witness in nature today?
While it's true there may be no facts other than natural facts, but can natural facts explain everything? Can the natural world be explained and understood only in natural terms? If so, then we must have some indication that it is possible. As an example, if one was to look at the brain, how would one conclude that there was consciousness? If you looked at a chemical process in the brain, could you find what someone said that day? Or a book that they might have read? It doesn't mean that we don't know anything about it, but if you are locked into the natural explanations as the only body of knowledge and the correspondence to it as the only reality, then you are making yourself your own reality. And even if we did rely on pure natural facts could never explain the origins of life. No one has ever witnessed that occurring, nor witnessing one species changing into another. It's just an assumption.
Okay. Well, then. Would you like for me to call headquarters for the empirical evidence for Darwinian evolution again?
Oh, no thanks. I've had enough candy for today.